my name is Heather, and I am the superintendent for Pocket Pets. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves and just kind of tell us about your Pocket Pets, whoever wants to go first. We should make Maggie go first, right?
Sure.
There you go.
So I have snakes, and I have a hedgehog, and I do the regular Pocket Pet show, and I do showmanship and presentation on them.
Okay. Simpkins, what do you guys have?
I'm Reese, and I have a ferret. And
you do showmanship.
I do showmanship and
presentation.
And
Harper.
I show a lizard, and my name is Harper. And
you just do the clover bud.
Yeah, I just
the
do
open
the clover
show.
bud.
That's okay. You've got a lizard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Talk loud when you talk so they can hear you.
Well, we can hear everybody pretty good. All right. So Pocket Pets are pretty much anything that's a pet that could fit in your pocket, pretty much. So it's not cats, it's not dogs, it's not rabbits. Actually has their own separate thing. So you guys, what kind of lizard do you have, Harper?
Bearded dragon.
So you can touch it and everything, and it's not like. Does it do any tricks?
No.
Just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
He does not.
He does not. Okay. So when you show your bearded dragon, you can do it two ways. You can either show it on a carpet square, or you can show it in its cage.
Oh.
So.
So you did it on the square.
Yeah.
I think you did it on the square last year.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember how you showed it? Do you remember all the steps?
No, she kind of winged it last year. Kind of went like how her sister does cats, is how she tried to do it.
Well, I don't have a lizard. So you get the teddy bear lizard. So if you were showing your lizard, you'd have him on your carpet square. Does he like sit on your shoulder or anything on your head?
He can.
Yeah, he can.
Okay. So that could be a trick you could show. Now we have some new people coming in. Okay. So when you show your lizard, you always want to start at the nose of the lizard, and you're going to go through his eyes, his mouth, his ears, his body, his tail, whatever parts your lizard has, what kind of skin he has, and then that's how you do your showmanship. That is you showing what you know about your lizard. Okay?
Yep.
Then if you do presentation of a lizard, that's where you're going to tell the judge what he eats, how you take care of him, how you clean the cages, all those kind of things. And then you can do a poster, and then you can also show your animal, because part of what Pocket Pets is you get to show that you can create and you have a healthy, viable animal that you could show to other people. So does that make sense with your lizard?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you would show it. Now a ferret.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions on your lizard? No?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay. What's his name?
Rocket.
Rocket the lizard. I love it.
Tim.
Okay. Now you have a ferret?
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to be doing your showmanship with this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have your ferret, and do you have a halter? Is that what you do with your ferret?
Harness.
A harness. Yeah.
Harness? Yeah, okay. So now it's ferret. Actually, we could do that. This could be your ferret. It's a little small. But so the ferret, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to want to show it to the judge. And a ferret, if you show cats, you know this, where you take your cat and show. You could do that with your ferret also. You could stretch him out, show him how long he is, what the markings on your ferret mean. I don't know what color it is, if there's different colors for ferrets, but something special about the markings. And that would be your showmanship. There again, anything showmanship, you start at the nose, eyes, ears, body, about the fur, and that's going to be your showmanship. You're going to show all sides, this front side, back, and the other side. Same with your lizard. You're going to want to be able to turn your lizard and show all the sides. So for your ferret, that's for showmanship. And then you want to be able to tell the judge what it eats, what it needs, when it's sick, how do you clean its cage. I think ferret poop is kind of smelly, isn't it? So you have to take care of that a lot. You can't just let it go. What is your ferret's name?
Honey.
Honey. And what is like her favorite treat?
We have these like chew sticks that she likes to eat.
Oh, you get them at the store in the package or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get back with you guys. Who else has joined the group today? And then we'll see what other animals we have. So I have the Rosners. Are you guys there?
Yeah, I'm there. You just
There you are. So what animals do you have for pocket pets?
I show my guinea pigs.
Your pigs, okay. And how many do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2. Let's see. So when you show a guinea pig for showmanship, you're actually going to show the front, the side, the back, the side. You start at the nose, work your way down, the back, the tail. Now for your guinea pigs, if you can, you want to be able to flip them over and check the teeth. You never check the teeth this way, check the teeth this way. Then, depending on your guinea pig, you'd want to show the fur. So if it is a longer breed, you want to show that has that long, flowy. If it's a teddy, or you want to be able to show that the fur has the patterns that they're supposed to have. So what kind of guinea pigs do you have?
I have a long hair and a short hair Abby, so don't know how to pronounce the actual name, but it's like Abanesias or something.
Obsidian. No.
There we go.
No, it's close enough. So on those, you'd want to make sure that you could see the rosettes and talk about the rosettes on your animal, right?
Yeah.
Abyssinian. I can't even say it today. Whatever. So, and that would be your showmanship. So you're going to show all the sides of your animal. And then when you do your presentation, that's where you say, this is what my animal eats. This is how I clean up after him. And those kind of things. You could do the poster. So there's 3 different entries that you can do. All right. So Maggie, what do you got going this year? What are you showing?
Either a snake or a hedgehog.
Okay. So the snake. On the snake, pretty much, and the snake is going to be a cage and carry to the show. And usually we keep the snakes in the containers. Sometimes I might let the seniors get them out, but usually snakes stay in. But still, you would still want to show the snake, show that the snake is healthy, and it's going to be in the container. You want to still show the sides. You want to talk about how you tell if your snake is healthy, about the scales, things like that. For the presentation, you're going to show how you take care of the snake, how you feed it, how often you have to feed it, those kind of things. The hedgehog, back to this little friend. Hedgehog is going to be very similar to the guinea pig. You're going to start here, and most hedgehogs are kind of just all a big ball of pokies. So you're going to just probably leave him in his cage because they are nocturnal. But even in the cage, you'll be able to show the different sides. So with the pocket pets, if you have a pet that you can physically pick up and carry, that's fine. If you have a spider, a snake, hedgehog, something that might not be, if you have fish are a pocket pet, we will keep them in the containers, but you will still go through and talk about the nose, the eyes, what you're looking for, clarity in the eyes. You're looking for the nose to make sure there's no discharge. You want to check the teeth at some point. I don't know how you would check a snake's teeth. Maggie, how do you check a snake's teeth?
You can't because their teeth are way back into like their throat. They don't have like any teeth in the front area, so you can't really.
You can't like smile. Okay. So with the exception of a snake, you'll still talk about how teeth are important. All the animals that you show, you want to make sure that their skin is like it should be. They should be free from any like infection, anything like mites. Anything that has hair can get mites. I don't know too much about the reptiles and amphibians and the lizards. Is there certain things that they can get that would cause you to have to treat it or something like that? I'm sure lizards.
Yeah, Rocket, he had tail rot, and he actually had to have surgery on it.
Oh my goodness.
And they clipped the end of his tail.
How did you know that he had tail rot?
The end of his tail started turning black, and as we researched it, we found out the crickets we were putting in his cage, if they're left in there, they'll start chewing on them, and then their tail starts to rot. And if you don't get it fixed, it travels up their tail and will kill them.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? So that is something that you definitely want to be able to tell a judge when she's asking you about pocket pets. Other things, is there certain foods that you can't feed? I don't think you feed snakes vegetables, but do you feed your lizard vegetables? Do you
like parsley and cilantro and blueberries? Loves blueberries.
Oh wow, I would have never guessed that. So, but is there something that you absolutely cannot feed your lizard?
I'm sure there is, but I can't think what it is off the top of my head.
Okay, but that's something that.
Oh yeah, they can't do like the leafy stuff like lettuce and stuff because it's too much water. It's not as concentrated, so it has to be like parsley, cilantro, spinach,
Blueberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, you can't do like iceberg lettuce.
Okay. So
yeah, you did. Good job.
Looks like I had Laura join. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have for a pocket pet?
I actually have a tortoise.
How exciting. What's his name?
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Okay. Sheldon the tortoise. So a tortoise, how big is he? Can you like pick him up or is he like huge?
Yeah, I can pick him up.
Okay, like this size?
Yeah.
Okay. So tortoise, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna put him on a carpet, and you can get carpet squares. Well, I don't know. It's a whole new world now. I don't know where you even get carpet squares.
I already have one, so I can use that one.
Use that one. I will have some at the show. Hopefully we have a show. We have lots of details still to work out, kids. And we're gonna let the adults figure it out. So here's your tortoise. Same thing with your tortoise. You're gonna start at his nose. And if he goes into his shell, just talk about his face and his eyes and his stuff. Talk about his shell, his tail, and whatever else you want to show. If he has an interesting pattern on his belly, you'll want to show that. So make sure anything that you do for pocket pets, you're going to show all the basic parts, and then this side, back side, and front side. Sorry, they're pulling up high enough. The other thing, because it's an animal that we are doing for the fair, you will need to be able to tell if it's a boy or a girl. Each species has a different way of telling that. So I'll let you kind of figure that out. If you can't tell, it's okay. Like a lizard, I would know how to
We
tell.
looked it up, and if their tails have a hook on it, that means that they're male, and he's definitely a male. So,
Okay.
there's a way.
That's all you have to tell the judge, is that you know that he's a boy because you researched this, or you know, on the guinea pigs, you can sex them, meaning that you can check and tell if it's a boy or a girl, because if you get a boy and a girl together, you're gonna have more guinea pigs, guaranteed. Sometimes they will fight, so those are the kind of things that you want to make sure that you know, because you don't want to end up with, you know, hundreds of guinea pigs. So let's see. Does anybody have any questions so far? Do you have a question there, dear?
Hmm?
You? Yeah. Hi, Kelly.
No. Hi. I don't have a question.
You don't have a question?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So as far as your poster, when you do a presentation poster, you can do pretty much anything that is related to your animal. You can even do a poster on an animal that you don't own, meaning that if you want to show a pocket pet and research it and do a poster, you can do that. So for example, I don't own a guinea pig, but this shows how to show it and what the recognized breeds are. So a simple poster is easy to do. On your poster, you always want to ask a question, and when you do the trifold, use the sides for like points, meaning that in the middle is where you want to show most of about your animal. So if I was doing it on a pet raccoon, I'd have a raccoon, a picture of my raccoon, maybe me, you know, feeding the raccoon, and then on the side I would put what raccoons eat, what raccoons are mischievous. And then on the other side I would put something like what's good for them, what's bad for them, how to tell if they're sick, those kind of things. So that is how you would do your presentation poster. Lots of color, lots of stars, lots of drawing, I don't know, whatever you want to do on them. Pictures of you with your animal, those are always fun. And like I said, you can do any pocket pet. It doesn't necessarily have to be your animal. But we can look at them in there, and then you can actually enter them. There's a separate pocket pet that can go to state, but it is only for posters. So your animals don't go to state. Your showmanship doesn't go to state, but your poster can go to state. We'll do it at the show, and then we would take it over for you to do for the 4-H part. Is there any questions on that part? Easy peasy. Is there any animals that you guys have questions whether or not it's a pocket pet?
It's pretty bad in there, right? It's pretty bad in there, right?
What's that?
Someone clean it recently?
I can't quite hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's my dad talking in the background.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So is anybody else joined, or we all? Do we have any other questions? Does anybody want to show their animal today, or that's kind of hard with the computer, huh? Yeah. Maggie, do you have any pointers for these guys?
I would just say that even if you're not entirely sure, if like the judge asks you a question about something, just act confident about it. And if you don't know, don't be like all discouraged about it and be like, oh, like mad about it. Just be confident and really try your best and not be sad or angry about anything, because that kind of makes it seem like you aren't really like trying to do your best, I guess.
Right, always be confident. Showmanship is actually about you as the owner of the animal. It's not about the animal. The animal is judged separately. Showmanship is about how you present your animal and what you know about your animal. So can you tell these guys what you actually do to prepare for showmanship?
Well, before showmanship, to prepare, I kind of just make sure that I've researched enough about my animal, and also like practice, even if it's in front of the mirror, just practice to your parents. So when you go up there, you're not doing it for the first time, or you're not as scared, and just kind of run through it in your head a few times before you go up there, so you know what you're going to say and you're prepared.
Right. You don't want to, plus you don't want your animal to be so stressed out. I've seen it before, not with pocket pets, but I've seen people like all of a sudden this cute kid comes up and here's their animal, and this animal has never been touched before. And it's kind of like, what? And you can't really show an animal that is doing all of this and then it attacks you, and it's terrible. So you do need to practice with your animal. Things to research. You want to know, what it eats, what it has to live in, what special things your animal needs. Is there special things that you have to do for your guinea pigs there?
Yeah, you have to give them a certain amount of vitamin C or else they won't be able to survive.
Oh, and how much and how do you figure that?
Well, I don't think there's a certain amount. So it's found in mainly their vegetables that you're supposed to give them. But
Okay.
if they don't give them vegetables, you can buy vitamin C drops.
Yeah. I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What about cleaning? How often do you have to clean your cages?
Since I have 2 in one cage, I have to do it kind of once every week.
Okay. Yeah, I bet they appreciate that, especially with that long hair, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Laura, what about you? What do you have to do for your pet to keep him?
So he won't drink out of like water. So we have to spray his food with water. And every once in a while, when we clean his cage, we get like a bucket of water. That's like just full enough that he can still like poke his head out of it, and then we'll put him in it and just pretty much soak him in it for a little while.
Oh, wow, that's so interesting.
So,
So, does your lizard have to do that too? Do you have to give him water?
We do. He drinks it out of a cup.
Oh, he's a cup drinker.
He has a little bowl that he'll drink it out of. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. Let's see. Does anybody actually do anything as far as babies with your pocket pets? Is anybody a pocket pet breeder with your animals, or have you had babies by accident or anything like that? No? That's good. Okay. Maggie, what about you? Did you get a new snake or did you have baby snakes?
We've had like the same snakes and we don't ever breed them. We just buy them.
Okay. Well, that's good. The guinea pigs, though, you could breed those, right?
Yeah, I probably could. I think we thought about it one year and then we decided not to because that'd be way too many guinea pigs.
That'd be a lot of guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there any other things that you guys would like to see in the clinics, or you guys kind of have a good idea what to expect at fair time, however we do it? So.
I think so. Yeah.
It's pretty good. So things that you can bring, you can bring a carrying cage for your animals, because as you know, when you do the pocket pets, it does get to be a long show. So you want to make sure that when you are bringing your animal to the fair, that they have plenty of food, water. Some animals, like I said, are nocturnal, so you need to be able to keep them in darkness, so it keeps them calm, because we don't want anybody to have a sick animal because of fair. Of course, if it's a fish, bring water. But what I mean is, like, sometimes the water at the fairgrounds is different from your animal's water, and sometimes it can stress them out, especially if it's like a reptile, amphibian, things like that. So, well, go ahead and take any questions anybody has. Laura, did you have something?
I don't think so. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is how we're gonna get a cage for him, like children, at the thing, because he has a lot of stuff in his cage.
Oh, you might have to do like, you could probably even do like a box or like a cat carrier. Those
We
are
do have
Like
one
a
of those.
storage tote or something.
Yeah, maybe.
That would work too. You can just put in, but you don't want to bring animals that don't have the ability to be contained, especially with pocket pets, because there is a possibility that one pet might actually in nature eat another pet. So we don't want ever that to be a concern. You do have to have just some way to keep him contained.
Yeah.
But so does anybody do anything fun with your animals? Do you like, do you dress them up or anything like that?
We take her on walks.
I take Honey on walks sometimes.
Oh, you do? Where do you walk her to?
From the house or outside.
Around the house or outside.
And she does good on the harness?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
I know, like in the some of the other shows, like Cat Show that Reese does, they have rules and guidelines for stuff that the kids need to wear. Do pocket pets, are there any rules or guidelines they need to follow for that?
Oh, good question. Basically, pocket pets, well, the way the pocket pets work is first of all, there's an open guinea pig show with pocket pets. An open show, there's no showmanship, but we'll bring up your animal and show it. So therefore, it is a show. You should always, dress appropriately. As far as the kids, they can do the open, but they can do the 4-H, show. So there's the 4-H guinea pig, or there's the pocket pets, which is all other animals. So there's two things there. As far as showmanship, it's going to be with the pocket pets and the guinea pigs. Basic attire for 4-H is generally a white shirt and black pants. But as long as someone dresses appropriately, and that's the judge's decision, there's not really guidelines for it. So, as far as, I know like when you show rabbits, there's guidelines that you have to follow to show the rabbits. You don't want to have your hair down in your face. You don't want to have excessive jewelry. You don't want to do anything that causes that to be an unsafe situation. Also, you don't want to do anything that blocks the view from the judge. So you do want to make sure that you are dressed clean clothes. But there again, we're not in a barn. We are in a barn, but those type of requirements as far as boots and things like that is not so much a requirement like it's been before, or like it would be if you were showing a pig or a steer. So pocket pets is a little more loose in what we can wear, but there again, you want to make sure it doesn't inhibit you showing your animal. You want to make sure that it's something that is clean, neat and tidy. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed. You want to put yourself together and look nice. So as far as the actual rules, it is kind of the discretion of the judge. That's the judge that's actually going to do the showmanship, what she requires. So those are my guidelines for it, if that answers your question.
Yes, definitely.
But I always like to dress up for stuff. So. How about you? Anything else, Miss Callie?
Nope.
Nope. So, I think what we'll try to do for it's going to depend what happens with the world. And kids, I just apologize. I don't know what's happening with the world. I don't think anybody does. But I will have some more clinics before fair. And if we keep doing it this way, we'll probably have an opportunity to actually practice with our animals instead of with my animals. So I'll put details in the next clinic. I don't have a date for it yet because I wanted to see how this Zoom thing works. I'm really liking it so far. Do you guys have any concerns on your end using the Zoom for clinics? Anybody?
Nope.
No? Okay. So we'll just keep working on the clinics, and we'll have a couple more before fair. Last chance, any questions from anybody?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you do think of something, you can just email me or call the 4-H office and they can get a hold of me. And I am so glad everybody took time out of their busy schedules sitting at home to do this clinic with me today. How's everybody got your schoolwork done for this week?
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, watch for the flyer and we'll do another clinic here soon. How's that?
Mhm.
All right. Thank you for everyone that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day and guys take care of yourselves.
Alright.
You too.
All righty. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, Mom, leave me.
Yep.
I don't want to clickety clack.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm trying to leave, but I can't figure anything out today, so you know. Okay, bye.
Bye. I think there's a leave the meeting up at the top. You're still there.